Fabiano Caruana. Fabiano Caruana beats a top 10 chess player in only 19 moves. Unbelievable. Fabi just beats Wei Yi with 99.5% accuracy. But it's not a normal tournament. It's a FIDE Chess Candidates 2026, the most important tournament of the year. And Fabi is on fire. I mean, it's unbelievable. It was the last time that he beat Alireza Firuza in only 9 moves, and now Wei Yi lost the game in 19 moves. It's just shocking. Let's go and analyze what happened in this game. I'm going to analyze it deeply for you. It's round 3. Fabi was 1.5 out of 2, and Wei Yi was 1 out of 2. And Wei Yi is a very solid player. It's very hard to beat him. In the World Cup 2025, he didn't lost a single game. He just qualified from there. And Fabi started this game with knight f3, 2 hours for 40 moves, and after that player will have time. Fabi just started this game with knight f3. Both players have 2 hours for the whole game. So knight f6, and Fabi went for c4. So this is the way that Fabi is going to play. He wants to play knight c3 especially. Fabi kicks off this game. Fabi started this game with knight f3, and Wei responded with knight f6. Both players have 2 hours, and Fabi plays c4, c5. So far so good. g3, g6, bishop g2. Fabi started this game with knight to f3, and Wei responded with knight f6. Both players have 2 hours for the whole game, but it doesn't take so long. c4, c5, and Fabi goes for g3 and g6. You might think, okay, it's a very calm opening. How you can lose a game in 19 moves with black? But Fabi goes for knight to c3 in this position. And Wei came out with an interesting prep, like with pawn to d5. And he's transposing to some kind of Grunfeld kind of setup. So black is trying to push d4, so white has to take. And after knight takes d5, we have bishop to g2 and bishop to g7. So it's like Grunfeld kind of ideas that black plays d5 and take back on d5 with the knight. And in this position, Fabi played queen a4 check, but he thought for a long time in this position. Like, assumingly he was surprised in the opening by Wei. So this game, he won the game not by prep. He won the game by his own. Like, let's look at it. He played queen a4. Of course, queen a4 is prep. Like, both players knows it, but it's not that like he expected this to happen in this game. Knight to c6. And this position, black has a good control over the center. And if both players just castle, black is okay. And he can play knight b6 in many positions. But Fabi goes for knight g5. He starts the attack. On black. But black responded with a counterattack. Knight to b6, sacrificing a pawn. e6 exists, but then knight to e4. And this c5 pawn is weak. And in some positions, white can use it. But Wei just plays knight b6. He was very well prepared. He sacrificed the pawn on c6 like this, because now white lost his very important bishop on the long diagonal, and Fabi took the second pawn. So it's move 11, and Fabi is 2 pawns up. It's a very nice position, but Wei is just playing instantly. He's just playing every move very quickly, so he's in his preps still, and he plays rook to c8 and queen to a5. And after that, Wei just plays bishop to h3. So he just spent 8 or 9 minutes till now, and Fabi spent a long time in this position. And here, black is trying to play bishop to g2. Black is 2 pawns down, but he has 2 bishops. Look at these 2 bishops, and look at the white pieces. They are miserable. It seems like a game that black can win in 19 moves, not white can win in 19 moves. But the best move for white is probably to go rook g1. But Fabi also played a very good move. He played queen to b5 check. So black blocks this check with knight to d7 in this position. If you go bishop to d7, white can play queen d3, and this bishop on d7 is not so well placed. So black plays knight to d7, and Fabi just goes rook g1. And this is probably a critical position of the game, that Wei should have played bishop g4. I think that he just prepared this line and he thought that, okay, this is very great and this position is good to play. I don't need to know every single move by move. But bishop g4 was the best move. Computers gives a line like to go like this. It's the strangest kind of perpetual that I can ever imagine. But there is also d4 in this position, like can be played, but which black can later on think about take, and bishop takes d4, like when he castles. It can be very strange kind of positions. But Wei just says, okay, I'm on the attack and I will go castle. But suddenly Fabi plays g4. And it seems like at the first glance, it was seeming like that, okay, Wei is completely in his own preparations and he knows what to do in this position. But it seems that he done a good prep in the opening, but I guess he forgot some lines, or he misplayed it in a way that now it's not so easy for black to play. At the first glance, it seems like h5 is the idea to go, and after g takes h5, you have this important intermezzo rook to c5, taking on h5. And if white goes, for example, anywhere, you just take here and you're okay. And look, at white's king is still in the center. You can jump with your knight later. But first of all, white goes to b7, which is the better square. And after rook takes h5, white can play rook to g5, which is a very important move. If you take, I will take back, and then I will play d3 because I'm attacking your bishop. You need to also move the bishop. And if you are not going to take back and just go rook h7, okay, this is terrible. Now white is 2 pawns up, and where is your compensation? So this is, I guess, what Wei Yi miscalculated. I guess he was relying on this h5 move. Like after g4, I can always play h5, and if he takes, I have rook c5. But then later he realized that it's not so good, actually. And white has some options. Then he decided to start with rook c5, but Fabi went queen to b3. And this position is already bad, because if you now go for h5, white has d4 with tempo, and the rook has nowhere to go. The only square is to go to is to here, but I here take, and after rook takes h5, and here rook takes g6. This d4 with tempo helps a lot in this position. So you cannot play like this. So what can you do? If you cannot play like this, what can you do? And then black has to go for knight f6, which after that once again d4. So this rook c5 helps the white to play this d4. And in the game, Wei made a blunder in this position. I guess he was still thinking, okay, I have everything under control. I didn't done anything wrong, so let's just continue the attack. Let's go with the initiative. And he went for knight d5. And it's a blunder. It's a blunder on move 17. I mean, before that, the position was also not so good. Knight takes e5 is the move. I guess Wei calculated rook g3 and had some ideas of how to continue. Maybe knight takes f3 or something like that. But then Fabi just simply took here. And if you take back with the bishop, we have knight d4. And you know the geometry of chess, this queen is attacking this bishop. And this is what Wei missed. And now the rook has nowhere to go. If you need to move the rook, then queen takes h3. So in the game, Wei just desperately take here. And he was disgusting at this moment that at his level, he missed such an idea, such a tactic to just win the bishop. And that's it. Wei resigned the game in this position. Maybe he could have continued like this to just 2 more moves or 3 more moves to not lose a game under 20 moves, because it's a kind of miniature. But respects his opponent, and he decided to resign in this position because there is nothing to play for, and this knight d1 protects everything. If you go knight a4, black can come back to the game with queen d7, attacking here and attacking here. If you go knight b1, black can come back to the game with queen c8, attacking here, attacking here. So maybe also knight d1 is the move that he missed, maybe. But I mean, in this position, probably white has other choices also, like d3. Also rook g3, for example, wins. Queen a8 exists, but then white is still winning. Like this position, white is still winning. But Wei missed knight d1. Wei missed many things in this game. I mean, till here he was in his prep, till move 14, and he lost 4 moves later. With 4 moves, he lost the game. It happened to a 2700 chess player, so it can happen to anyone, especially in positions which are not so much typical, which there are so many calculations to be done, and in tournaments and places that the tension is so high, like Candidates 2026. Still now, the other games are still running, and Fabiano Caruana managed to go plus 2800 once again, and he's very close to Hikaru. He might catch Hikaru even today, and he's on fire. He's on fire. Sindarov is entering top 10. Wei Yi is like he was top 10, and he lost this game. He lost so many ratings, but we will see. But Fabi is on fire, and he can probably this time win the candidates and try to like and go to fight with Gukesh Domarajo for the World Championship title. I hope you enjoyed this video. If this is the case, please like the video, and remember always to enjoy chess and life.